Hey, how are you doing today? That's great. Thank you for coming on our AMA session today for our community in Plasma. Really big day. I haven't remember when we had the AMA session last time, maybe a few months ago. So that's very important AMA today because we're going to talk about many different updates of the platform. We're going to talk about unique features of Plasma.Finance. We're going to talk about the Spaceport and the upcoming IDO of CoinsPaid. And I give you a lot of interesting information, and maybe you learn something from this AMA. And at the end, you will be able to ask any questions in the chat. I see all of them. And then I will just click and they will show on the screen and I will answer as usual. So let's start from our last updates and go through the Plasma.Finance platform. And I show you what you have now on the whole platform. So first of all, I know some of the people is not very advanced and they even don't know how to start with the Plasma.Finance. So first of all, let's see. First of all, you need to connect your wallet. Like usually you connect your Metamask wallet. So Metamask is a browser wallet. You can install it in your browser and connect directly to the Plasma.Finance. So when you connect this wallet to the platform, you can actually connect the different wallets and you can manage all of them on the management page for the wallets. And even you can add some of addresses in the watch list. So if you want to track somebody, your friend or some of the investors and track what they're doing with their wallet, where they invest, you can just add them in the watch list and then you can just buy on them, see their portfolio and track the history of the transaction. So while you connect your wallet, like usually you don't have anything on this wallet. So it's zero Ethereum or zero Matic or zero Bingi. So what you can do in this case, on our platform, we have one of the most biggest like fiat on-ramp infrastructure because we connected with so many different ways to buy crypto. So first of all, if you connect your MetaMask on the Ethereum wallet, then go on the market page and just purchase an Ethereum. So you can use the MoonPay. It's almost like global. You can pay with the Apple or Google Pay. You can use the Xpool for Southeast Asia region, or if you're from Europe, you can also use our European bank connection. So it's supported mostly of the bank wire transfer, and you can directly transfer wire and get this ETH on your wallet. So that's good when you just start using the DeFi, and you need to at least like small amount of ETH on your wallet to sign the transaction and invest in different coins. And after that, now you have your portfolio management. It's pretty advanced. We improve it time to time. Now you can see your balances of your of different coins on the platform. You can see your saving accounts if you invest in some staking pools like xPPAY, let's say, or if you invest your liquidity, if you provide your liquidity in the different protocol, you can see them with the API of these LPs on the portfolio page. And in our last release, we add the history page. So now you can track all your history inside the platform. And again, if you connect the different wallets, you can just click and switch between them. You even can switch between your wallets and the wallet that you just following. And you can just track all the history, what's happening with what that investor did with their wallet. And the last release, we add some interesting feature for people who understanding what the problem with like a flash bots, front running bots on the Ethereum network, who understanding what is math attacks. Let's say when you swap in some coins on the different DEXs, usually some bots who is in partnership with the miners, they can stall some of your value of the swap and you get the less coins in the swap. And this happened almost like every time when somebody swaps. So these math bots, they already like earned around $1 billion in the past year just from stalling this additional value from each swap on the DEXs. And to protect you from these math attacks on your wallet, now we're providing you some kind of Ethereum superpower. This is a private RPC. So if you add this RPC by this guideline to your Metamask, so all your transactions will be invisible for these front-running and math bots. This RPC will connect you directly to the miner. So that means that your transaction will be mined much faster than with the usual RPC from Metamask. And it's also improving the real-time Ethereum gas prediction. So that means you will know much better how much gas you need to put on the transaction to mine it faster. And for people who not only trading on the DEXs, but also investing in the IDOs, that will be very helpful, because your transaction will be very fast, much faster than other people, even if they put more gas. So get this advantages from our platform, put this RPC on your MetaMask, and just choose this RPC when you using any like dApp on the Ethereum network. So it will work with any dApp, any transaction. It will work with a send transaction. It will work with the DEXs, with the investment. Like any transaction you make it on the Ethereum will go through this private RPC directly to the miner privately. And also we have this kind of feature that you can replace your MetaMask. You can send different coins. You can calculate them in USDT or like in the current token of coin that you send in, and also you can send it on the wallet or ANS address. So this is basically all updates about the portfolio management and the wallet connection. And now let's go and check our new protocol that's called HyperDEX. So HyperDEX, it's a protocol that aggregating the whole liquidity from the market through all the DEXs and help you route your transaction with the best rates, best price on the market. So that means you don't need to connect your wallet and go on the different DEXs to find a better price. You just need to use the HyperDEX, and HyperDEX will find this rate and price for you on the different DEXs. So you also can choose which of the DEXs you want to searching this best rates or searching this liquidity. Just go on the settings and like turn on or turn off the liquidity sources that you don't need. So almost like all the liquidity sources, it's around $50 billion right now directly in this swap. So you don't actually need to go even on the uniswap, because when you do some kind of transactions, we calculate for you how much money you save if you go through the HyperDEX instead of going through the Uniswap. So it's always save your some monies. It's also optimize the transaction cost when it goes through this routings of DEXs. And also it's always find you a better price on the market, because some of the tokens like with less liquidity, they open the pools on different DEXs. So the HyperDEX just sum up all these pools, all this liquidity in one. And when you make some exchange of the tokens, it's just using all this liquidity. So you also will save money not only on the better rate, you always will save the money on the less price impact that you get in here. And even if you trade like a small amount of tokens, the price in almost any case will be better than even on Uniswap. So try this feature. That's awesome. We spend a lot of time to make it live for you and for our users. So yeah, just try and see how the different price on the HyperDEX and let's say on Uniswap, Sushi, or any other DEX aggregators. And next big update that we just like released the Binance Smart Chain. So that means that now the Plasma.Finance supports 3 chains, Ethereum, Polygon, and Binance Smart Chain with all that features, with a whole market page, with the portfolio management of all tokens, with a Plasma Swap. It's our own AMM protocol where you can provide your liquidity and earn fees from the traders, and the HyperDEX. So now HyperDEX aggregate all the liquidity on Polygon, Ethereum, and Binance Smart Chain, and it will always be the best swap rates. So what to do, like how usually you switch the chains? Like first of all, you can switch the chain directly in Metamask. If you do this, just change the network here, and the platform automatically will see that you change on another chain, and it will show you this chain market and all these coins. But almost like usually you can just switch the chain directly on our UI, and your MetaMask wallet will ask, would you like to switch on this chain? And when you switch it, the whole platforms will see a new chain, and it's swap all the interface to let's say now the Binance smart chain. And here we support all the major coins, plus we support the professional charts from TradingView. So that means that now you can analyze all these charts here, and you can also put some indicators from the library and draw something if you need it on the chart. And also all these pages, all these coins, let's say now on the Binance smart chain. So you can go in the market and you can analyze all of them. You can see here different tabs and different categories. So you can click on them and see what coins we have now on the BSC and what coins we can trade. And each coin now has its own like a big token page. So it's a personal token page for each coin, and all the information on this token page, the platform gets directly from on-chain. So there is no any centralized data source for the platform. So everything on-chain, each token has its own like different tabs. You can trade this coin using the HyperDEX, you can trade it using the Plasma swap tab. And also, if you're using the Plasma swap tab, you can switch which of the liquidity provider you want to use. Because now we support direct integration with the SushiSwap and Pancake on the BSC and other DEXs on the Polygon and the Ethereum. So you can, if you don't want to use the HyperDEX, you can just use this interface to trade on the Pancake swap, and it will be the same like you trading on the real Pancake website, because we just directly connected to their on-chain contracts. And we don't take any fees, so that's just direct integration with their protocols. So here you can see like some analytics on these coins provided from the third party. And if you have these coins in the portfolio, you can track it on the wallet or in the LPs. So this is a big update about the BSC, because yeah, we deployed all these contracts. We deployed a lot of we spend a lot of time to support this chain, and now our team is thinking what chain should be the next one. So maybe our community can suggest us which chain you wanna have the next integration, because I know some of your already suggested us some new chains that probably need to support by Plasma.Finance. But let's make some kind of governance voting in our Telegram chat to understand the whole position of our community on the next chain support. So with the BSC and Polygon, we not just show you interface, we also deploy our contracts, HyperDEX, Plasma Swap, and our Spaceport IDO platform, and their contracts on each chain, and support much more features, because all this token page, as I said, that's building on chain. All the data you see here is calculated from on-chain data. So we're using some kind of subgraphs protocol who's indexing all this data on-chain and other oracles. And let's talk a bit about the Spaceport, because now it's a very hot topic in our space, because the upcoming IDO is pretty wide and very promising. I think a lot of people talking about that. It's top 10 coins now. By visiting on the CoinMarketCap, I think. So few words about the Spaceport. So Spaceport, first of all, this is a fully decentralized protocol of having your IDO or ILO on chain. So it's not controlled by any person, and anyone can launch their own IDO on the Spaceport. So if you go, let's say, if you have your project, if you have your coin, you just generated, create the website and start bringing the traffic on this website, you can go in our innovation hub. Let's say now this is on BSC, and you can go to IDO Lab or create IDO. And with your coin, you just put this coin here and just put all the information about your IDO. And at the end, you just approve and deploy this IDO on chain. So the Spaceport contract will deploy your special contract of the IDO on chain, and then it shows you in the Innovation Hub tab. And the main benefits that nobody controls this IDO. That means that it's fully transparent, that's fully like on-chain, funded is safe. And also the Spaceport itself, that's not only the like a fundraising contracts, that also the contracts who is managing the liquidity provision on the DEXs after IDO, and also managing the vesting and lockup schedule for each investor, and also for the LP tokens of the project. So all this information, let's say on the example of on the CoinsPaid, I want to just explain you how all this works and how you need to read this data. So let's say now we see this upcoming IDO of CoinsPaid. We see this private rounds first and private round 2. So first of all, what does it mean? So the Spaceport contracts designed such a way to get the benefits for the holders of PPAY token. So the first round is designed especially for the people who hold the token, who invest in the PPAY and support the platform. So usually we have like this 15 minutes of the first round, where only the people who hold on their wallet xPPAY or PPAY in different chains can participate in the IDO. So on the same page, you can see how much PPAY you need to hold on the BSC network to participate in the CoinsPaid IDO. And then after 15 minutes of IDO, the round second will be started. And this round is open for anyone. Like, you don't need to hold anything. You just need to click button, invest, and that's all. And also on this like short information about the IDO, here you can see the price. First of all, the swap coin. So this IDO will raise the funds in BUSD on BNB network, BSC network. Then the price will be 0.02. You also see the token allocation that already inside the contract. You can see the max investment per wallet. Also, they have a whitelist. I will tell a bit more about this later. The listing price, so the Spaceport contracts managing the listing on the DEXs. So all the liquidity that collected in the contracts will be pushed in the DEX. And here you can see that first DEX where the contract will push this liquidity will be a Plasma swap. And the price will be 0.03 BUSD. And here's the whole timeline. So you see when it starts and when it's finished. But usually, like, this is just like data, like dates that put in the contract. But actually, when the fund will be sold out of the IDO, it will automatically be finished and marked as a successful IDO. And when it happens at the same moment, the contract will push all this liquidity that they raised on the swap DEX. So the listing on the DEX will be at the same time when the IDO finished. So let's say if the IDO will be super successful and it's finished in the first minute, then in 1 minute will be a DEX listing for this coin. And that's also benefits for the investors, because if you don't have ability to buy these tokens on the IDO itself, you can just switch the tab and buy it on the HyperDEX or buy it on Plasma Swap. So you will have this priority because it's just listed and you have a better price to invest in the coin. So here we see the soft cap and hard cap. So it's also some necessary thing for the IDO, because as this is an open platform, like anyone can open the IDO, and if some like a scam or not very strong project want to raise some money, they need at least to meet the requirements of the soft cap to mark this IDO as a successful. So let's go further on the CoinsPaid IDO page and see what we have here. So if you see some kind of invalid duration or some data is not accurate, just update the page, because as I said, all this data read by this page directly from the chain. So that's just a massive data that need to be uploaded to front end. So it's a bit slow, and all this calculation also happen on the front end. So sometimes it's a bit like, you know, like not accurate data. So just update the page if you see some problems. So on this page, this is a CoinsPaid token page, especially on the BSC, because, you know, like all the CoinsPaid tokens, they just like split it between 3 chains: Polygon, BSC and Ethereum. So this is a contract and token page of the CPD token on the BSC chain. And here you can see the token addresses, and you can just switch on another chain on the CoinsPaid token page. And you will see all the same information, but it will be another network. So here, every token page of CoinsPaid, they have this like IDO tab. And if you click it, you will see the whole information from the contract that you can just read. Let's read it together, and I will just explain what's happening here. So first of all, the very important information about the start of the IDO, because I know like every people waiting like for this like special time frame. Like let's say now it's like 12 UTC time on 31st. But the contract, not like the contracts can't see the real time in the real world. The contract can see only the starting block. So you need to be very careful when you just waiting for the IDO start. And this is about any chain. So you need to see what the starting block of this IDO, and you need to compare the starting block with the current like highest block on chain. So let's say if we now on the BSC, yeah, and we can go on the like BSC scan, and if we go on this like first page, you will see what the current block number, and the more closer it will be to the IDO, you can just like calculate how many blocks still need to reach the start of the IDO, and this is just small calculation. But actually, you don't need to do it, because at the end, the IDO will happen around the time that we announced. So it will be 12 UTC and on 31st. So it will be around the time, but sometimes blocks can be much faster, sometimes it's slower. So it will be around the time. So not see on this timer as an exact time. It's sometimes like updated, and you see another time of the start. So focus on the starting block of the IDO and compare it with the highest block on the Ether scan, Polygon scan, or BSC scan. So then, yeah, you can also add it to calendar. Here you can read all this information about the project, the video, the pitch deck, and PDF. You can also track the tokenomics. This is like also on-chain data of all different allocations of the token itself, all of them locked on the IDO. So that's also a special thing about the CPD. So here you can see like different vesting schedule for different allocations, and here the whole like allocations of CPD. And on IDO chart, usually you will see the progress of fundraising. So if it's happened like slower, you will see this line of how the IDO raising the money. But if it's just fast, you will just see one candle that all the funds is raised. So on the next part of IDO page, you will see this IDO stages. So this show you what stages will pass this IDO. So first of the stages is a whitelist. So it's not necessary for the project on the Spaceport having this whitelist and KYC, but as a CoinsPaid is a pretty big company, one of the major company who process the crypto for e-commerce, so they need to have this KYC. And to pass this KYC, you just click this KYC, you go on the like external service, and on the 31st of August, you will see on this small window, you will see that you whitelisted. If you whitelisted, or you will still see this past KYC if you don't whitelist it. So don't like ping the guys. If you just did the KYC, just waiting for 31st of August, and then you will see your status on this page. Then they have a social allocation that's kind of some like social contest for generating more content and more hype about the project. But as I know, the project is pretty hot now in all communities. Then you will see the information about both rounds, first and second. And the DEX listing, here you will see what will be the open pair on which DEX, and which pair will be opened. So the pair usually opened in the coin itself and the coin that they raised. And this is a kind of not even IDO, it's ILO, it's initial liquidity offering, because all the liquidity you can see here on the progress bar, or all the liquidity that they're raising, it goes directly to the DEX. So they don't take anything from that liquidity, and that's about all the IDOs on all chains. And this liquidity will be also locked, but I will tell a bit later about this. So what means again about the round? So first round is a priority round for the people who hold the PPAY. So it says here, so you need this ticket price of 10,000 PPAY. So you need to hold them to participate in first round and has this priority to buy the coin. Also this round, first come, first serve. So that means that who is the first take the allocation, then it will be first, and who is like the last, maybe they will have anything to have. So if the all allocation for this IDO will be sold out on the first round, then there will not be any second round, and the platform just opened the DEX liquidity on the Plasma swap. So be careful about that if you're waiting for the second round. And also for the PPAY on the BSC and Polygon or xPPAY, you just need to hold it on your wallet. So you don't need to stake it anywhere. You just need to hold it. So actually some of the strategy for some of the people who don't want to invest in the long term, you can just buy these coins on the DEX in 5 minutes before the IDO. Then you just be automatically have ability to participate in the first round, first come, first serve, and then solve this PPAY after IDO if you don't want to hold it. Yeah, but it depends on you. Some of the people now holding, and we have like a huge growth of the PPAY and xPPAY holders. I also show it later. And for now, let's say this is a BSC chain. So how to calculate like how many people will around how many people will participate in the first round. So we can go on the BSC scan. We can open the Plasma contracts, and we can look at the holders of the PPAY. So this is a PPAY address on the BSC. So for this IDO, you need to hold at least 10,000 PPAY. So on this BSC scan, we can see that now around like 62 people plus contracts. So it's around 60 people just holding this this amount of PPAY tokens. So you can calculate that there is still a lot of rooms for the people to participate in the first round if you purchase this 10,000 PPAY. And this maximum investment also, that's very important fact, that maximum investment is different on different chains. So for BSC chain, it's a 500 BUSD. For Polygon chain, it's also 500 USDC. And for Ethereum chain, it's 1,500 USDT. So you can say now it's like 50 people, so it's almost still have a lot of rooms to participate in the round on the BSC and also on the round on Polygon, because major of the investor is still concentrated on the Ethereum chain and Ethereum IDO. So on the progress bar, you see the same information that on the previous preview page with the progress. And here's another important thing. Here's the tokenomic model of that included inside the Spaceport contract. So let's read it together. So the IDO price is 0.02 BUSD. The listing price is 3 cents, 3 BUSD. And then you see this IDO investors lockup, and then token lockup till and IDO investor vesting. So as you know, there is like just 0 token unlocked on the IDO. That means that when the IDO finished and the liquidity will be open on DEX, like any of the investors of public or private sale will be able to trade it, because all this liquidity will be locked. And for the public IDO investor, this liquidity will be locked around like 10 hours after, and then it will be linear unlocked in 4 months. And this is unlocked block by block. That means that each block, you will have a small portion of available CPD token, and you can claim them on the same page. So this window will be changed on the claiming window and the claiming UI. And each block after that, you can claim anytime the tokens that are available on the contract. And you can do it until like all the tokens will be unlocked. So like during all 4 months, block by block. So that's also interesting concept to decrease as much as possible the selling pressure on the coin. So that's pretty unique model. I haven't seen it before. And it's also managed by a smart contract. So there is no any human who can control that. And also on the IDO tokenomic UI, you can see the DEX liquidity lock. So that means that all this amount that token will raise on the spaceport will be locked, the 100% will be locked on the DEX in this pair. And this lock will be 2 months long. So that means that projects can withdraw these LP tokens from the DEX, from the raised liquidity. And the same model on the each chain. So each chain, all the liquidity goes to the DEXs, all the liquidity locked for 2 months. And also a special thing about this IDO, because all these tokens locked, zero sell pressure, zero market cap, because there is no tokens, only DEX liquidity that's also locked. And the DEX liquidity will be split between all the chains, between different swaps and DEXs. So it's a pretty huge, interesting idea. I have never seen that before. And yeah, that's why I like how we designed that with a CoinsPaid. And another question that I saw in the chat that many people ask, can I participate? Like, first of all, first question was, should I like stake these coins or hold it? So you need just hold it on the wallet. For the Ethereum chain, you just hold the xPPAY. You can purchase xPPAY on the HyperDEX, or you can purchase PPAY and go on the saving page on the Ethereum network and stake this PPAY, and then you get this xPPAY. And you can sell it back anytime, so you don't need to hold it like anytime long. You just sell it when you need. And on the BSC chain, the PPAY has another smart contract, and you just need to have this PPAY on the BSC of amount of 10,000 to participate in the first round. On Polygon, the PPAY has another contract. So you can, if you go on the buy page of the PPAY, you can see here all these contracts on the different chains. So let's say if I need to switch it on Polygon, I just click on this tab, and the interface will automatically switch my wallet to Polygon and open this token page of the PPAY. So the answer is that you need just to hold it on the wallet. And what about the breaches? Also, what the question, because all the PPAYs on all chains now is breached with Ethereum. So if you click on this tab on the breaches, you can choose the Polygon. If you need tokens to switch between Ethereum and Polygon, you click on the Polygon link. If you need switch it between the BSC and the Ethereum chain, you just use the multi-chain. The Binance one, this is official Binance breach. There is no like seal PPAY, I don't know why, and there is no CPD, but Polygon and multi-chain, they support breaches. So usually, like even during the IDO itself, you can just move the tokens between chains and between your wallets, only one wallet on the same chain, but you can breach the tokens and move them between the chains to participate in different rounds on different chains. So that's also one of the strategy for the people. And for CPD, the same. So they also breached with the same breaches on Polygon, on the official breach, and with a multi-chain. So when the liquidity will be open, you can move your assets from, like, let's say Ethereum, because it's expensive, move it to Polygon and trade there, or move it to BSC, or vice versa. So breaches work pretty good, and it's all the token liquid in the breaches. So, and what else? What else? The question was about the CPD CoinsPaid IDO. So, need to hold the tokens, 4 months of vesting for all the investors on the IDO page, on the IDO of the spaceport. Yeah, and let's talk a bit about the whole like CoinsPaid IDO model, and about the spaceport model, how it's designed. So we post some kind of chart of how it looks like, but I want to now tell you, like, just describe how it works. So this is a whole model that's a pretty unique model that can be organized only on the Spaceport because all the rest IDO platform, they very centralized and they have a lot of issues and hacks and some other stuff. So this kind of cross-chain decentralized IDO and ILO can be organized only on the Spaceport these days. And let's read what we see on this model. So first of all, the CoinsPaid was issued on the Ethereum chain, and the total supply was 800 million CPDs. So the total raise from the seed rounds and the public is 2.120 thousand. And the DEX liquidities that will be provided on the first day right after IDO, it's around $1.6 million. So it's pretty huge liquidity. The market cap of on IDO, because all the tokens is locked, there is no any circulation, just the DEX liquidity, it's just zero. So this almost like the zero cap, zero sell pressure IDO and fully decentralized. And the fully diluted market cap, this a calculation of the DEX listing price and the total supply is 24 million. The DEX liquidity, that's that liquidity that will be provided from the team to the DEXs is around 3% of all emission of the tokens. And after they issued these tokens on the Ethereum chain, this is a regional CPD address on the Ethereum, then they breach them through the Polygon official breach and the BSC breach from multi-chain, that's anysawp breach. And then on each chain, they get a new addresses. So that's new contract. When you move this asset from the Ethereum to, let's say, Polygon, in the smart contracts on the Ethereum, they will block these coins from the circulation, and they will issue them on the new chain on your wallet, on the same wallet you use on the Ethereum. And you will get these tokens when you breach them through these bridges on the same wallet, but it will be a different contract address. So you need to check it, and before the sale, even add this address to a Metamask to see your balance, your like positive balance when you purchase or claim these tokens on the BSC or Polygon. And then when they breached this amount of tokens, they put it all on the Spaceport contracts, smart contracts on each chain. And part of these funds will be sold on as an IDO, and part of them will go on the DEX. And in each chain, you can see what DEXs will be open on the like in the next minute after the IDO will be successful finished. So on the Polygon, it will be Plasma.Swap, Sushi, and available in the HyperDEX. On the Ethereum, it will be Plasma, Uniswap, and also HyperDEX. So you can trade it via HyperDEX always. And here, this on the BSC, it will be Pancake, also Plasma.Swap AMM, because the Spaceport automatically open only on the Plasma.Swap now, and also available on the HyperDEX. And then when you trade these coins, as I said, you can also bridge them between the chains. So the total supply never will be multiplied, because when you bridge them, token will be burned on the external chain and unlocked in the main chain, or locked in the main chain of the Ethereum and issued on the new chain. So the circulation supply will be always the same. And I remember another question: can I participate with one wallet on the multiple blockchains? Like, can I whitelist my one address and then go on like Ethereum, then go on the BSC on the Polygon? So the answer is yes, because your address will be whitelisted in all the DEX and in all spaceports on every chain. So that means when you, let's say, when you participate on the BSC chain, right now it's a BSC, and then if you need to switch it fast on the Ethereum chain on Polygon, you just click and switch the chains in your wallet. You just click on this tab with a new address, and you will, and the UI will open for you the IDO page on the Polygon. And here, if you have this PPAY on the Polygon wallet, on your Polygon wallet, then you just participate in this IDO. So actually, you can take not like 1,500 on the Ethereum, you can take 2.5 1,000 if you will be pretty fast and purchase token on each chain. And also you need to use one wallet, so you don't need to have like the different addresses. You just having this wallet and just switching the chains. And when the IDO will be finished on the same token page, you just need to click a trade tab, and you will see this HyperDEX UI. And that means that after the IDO finished and token will be launched on the DEX, you will be able at the same moment trade it on this page. So you don't need to reconnect your wallet. You don't need to go on any swap on like Uni or any other swaps. You just use the HyperDEX, because it will aggregate this liquidity from the different DEXs where the token will be launched, and you will be able to trade it at the same moment. So this is a current model of CoinsPaid IDO with some like insights and information about how to participate. And I think I'm happy to answer all your questions now on the YouTube stream. So please type this question in the chat. I will choose them and highlight them on the window, and we'll answer all of them almost. Okay, I try to go from the top to the bottom. Not talking about the price, only about the product. Okay. So where is the question, guys? Question about the Plasma.Finance functions about the CoinsPaid IDO. Okay. Yeah, this question. This is not a question. This is a CEO of CPD. Yeah. So you will see the traction of purchasing your coins on the spaceport. So you will have this chart when you see the line during all the timeline of IDO, and you will see how fast the coin will be sold out. This question about the CoinsPaid. So please always do your own research when you invest in any coin in the crypto space, in the DeFi. So you can go on the CoinsPaid website. You can open this token page on the Plasma.Finance, and you can read and look at the presentation and the pitch deck of the company and see, do you like what they're doing? Do you believe in their future? Do you believe that the biggest like crypto processing company for e-commerce will breach them and all their volume of $1 billion with the DeFi? Like if you believe in it, if you believe in the coin, then you need to invest. Like, but we're not asked to invest in the CoinsPaid or any other IDO on the spaceport, because we just like a technical provider of the platform, and all these protocols is fully decentralized. So we're even not managing anything, and anyone can run their own IDO on the spaceport. So as I said, do your own research on where you invest in and what company and what coin, and then you will be rich. Yeah, the good question about the governance for PPAY. So that's a question about, I think it's relative to the PPAY and Plasma.Finance roadmap of the development. Because the PPAY governance, it's all about the managing of the current protocols. So first of all, we need to deploy all the protocols that we plan on our roadmap, and then link all of them with the governance, and then just leave it. I mean, then when the governance will be turned on, we just will like follow every question or request from the people who managing all these protocols and managing the fees of the protocols and etc. So the first term for the governance is to finalize our roadmap with the protocols, and this happened till the end of this year. We will issue and launch a lot of new protocols. Most of them is stealth protocols because we decided to not disclose any current roadmap just to protect us from the competitors. So each of them will be super huge, like HyperDEX. You will love all of them. To be honest, I love them also already. And after we finalize all of them this year, I think till the end of the year, we run our governance, and then you will be able to vote for the next stages of the development roadmap, or vote for the fees and commission or any other event. Or you will be always also managing the community allocation of the PPAY. So you mean this governance allocation that will be managed by governance, and you will decide how to spend it on marketing or spend it on development or etc. And another terms for the governance that we need more PPAY holders. We need the bigger whales who participate in the protocol, even in social governance right now on the Telegram, who participating in the marketing of the project, who helping us with the marketing and etc. So we need the investors who is not just speculating the price on the short term. We need the people who invest in the project for the few years, maybe big VC names, big funds, other protocols, who is really in interest to participate in governance to help the project grow. And also, I wanna also tell you about the marketing because in the last few weeks, a lot of people asking us about the marketing. So I want to ask, I see a lot of smart ideas and suggestions in our community chat on the Telegram. So I want to do some kind of new way for marketing of PPAY, new tactic. So now, if you join in our Discord chat, we will have there a marketing group. So it's called the marketing proposal. So if some of our PPAY holder or some of person from our community has any proposal with for the marketing, for the PR, for collaboration with a YouTube blogger or any other Twitter, Telegram chat, just put your proposal, your ideas in this Discord chat. And I think we will invest additional PPAY in the person who will help us to communicate and manage all these marketing proposals, and also spread our marketing now. Because as you see, the Plasma.Finance now is one of the biggest DeFi. We have around 50,000 active users every month. They all using the market, they're using the trading tools, they now actively using the HyperDEX. So actually our community of users is growing, even if they not join our community in Telegram. But I'm actually using a ton of protocols, but I have never seen it in any of the community chats. So we see a growing of the user base of the platform itself, and in the future it will help for the people also to grow, because all these fees that platform will generate will also go to the PPAY stakers. But if you wanna propose some other marketing activities, you have some connections with the bloggers, YouTubers, and other people in this space, just put your proposal on our Discord chat and we will discuss it with you, and I'll organize some collaboration or AMA with other YouTube bloggers. Yeah, that's a good question about the CPT token. So the model of claiming the CPT token means that the CPT token will be unlocked on the contract for each user, and then you need to claim it. When you claim the coin from this contract, you will pay a gas fee on the different chains in different gas. So I don't think you need to claim the tokens every day on the Ethereum, but you can do it on the Polygon or BSC, because there the gas fee is just like a cent. But actually you can claim it anytime, but each time it's just a transaction of claiming, so you need to pay a small amount of gas fee for this transaction. Question about the gas station. Yeah, cool question. So as you know, now we was focused more on the new chain support, like Polygon, BSC, and Ethereum with all our protocols, and also the HyperDEX, all this cool stuff. And now we go further, and as I said, let's discuss with our community which next chain you want to support. And about the gas station, that's also coming very soon, because now we have a few more stealth product and protocols for you. That's pretty nice. And I think the gas station should be deployed somewhere in the September. So as you remember, the gas station, what is it? The gas station is a protocol where you can make a transaction on any chain and paying the gas fee in any stablecoin or even in the PPAY. So it's also like a part of like revolutionary product from the Plasma.Finance for the market. And it's heavy product. I mean, it's very like technological product. I've never seen them such thing on the market. And even if I saw somebody try to do it, they raise like a ton of money for just R&D. And we're doing it with like in the parallel with other protocols that we deployed. So it takes time. It's difficult development, but we don't change anything from our roadmap. And as it will be ready, it will be deployed on chain. And also kind of my question to community, because now like we're doing a lot of like DeFi stuff. We have some ideas with kind of lending protocols, with protocols for options, and another like difficult professional stuff for financial market to make like to build an investment bank on the DeFi, on the blockchain. But also another hot topic now is the NFTs. So if you have some ideas, like, should we go on the NFT market? Should we support that? Should we also follow this hype and building some for NFT market? Just post it in our Telegram group. Let's discuss. Is it also a right role for the platform development? Or you want us to just focus on the DeFi and all these features that we announced before in our roadmap? I love this question about the Hyperloop. You keeping it asking like every day in our Telegram chat. Yeah, so the Hyperloop, the HyperDEX and Hyperloop is just like a part of our one infrastructure with a gas station. So the HyperDEX was like the first part of this deployment of Hyperloop. The next part will be bridging now all the chains that we connect already with a Hyperloop bridge, and it will work together with the HyperDEX. So if we not decide to move forward with the NFTs or any other stealth product, now we can only do this Hyperloop development and maybe launch it in September. But I think, guys, we need to vote on what we want to really have on the Plasma.Finance right now, because too many hot and interesting ideas. And I don't know, like a Hyperloop or gas station, is it like a really, it's a technically difficult protocols. We're developing and testing them, but is it really what we need to like spend our time now, like fully focusing on the Hyperloop, or do we need still to do it like a building in parallel with other important protocols for the platform? So I'm looking for some like answers and idea from your side, kind of governance voting on our social media and Telegram. Let's discuss it there. Covered ones. Yeah, I'm responsible. I mean, I love design. I love like a product design. I like typography. So I spend some of my time on drawing some pictures, and also we have some like very creative guys in our Telegram group, like Bounty Hunter. They create a lot of like cool stuff and GIFs for us. Yeah, thank you for this question. This is one of our stealth product now. So if you can imagine now in the Plasma.Finance, as we're trying to build something similar to the real financial services, so all this very fast come on your mind. So we have a derivatives, stocks, stablecoins, leverages, lendings, options. All these protocols is existing in real world, and still is very like less adopted, and just a few projects who did it on the blockchain. So as we trying to bundle all these like protocols in one place to provide you this like unique like investment or real bank services in one place. So we have these ideas to build these protocols for you, but again, we have a very limited resources, so we need to decide where we run next. Like, do you want a derivatives? Do you want a more like option stuff, or you even want NFT tokens on the Plasma.Finance? So let's discuss it in Telegram. Why xPPAY holders don't have a guarantee allocation in the Spaceport? Yeah, so the guarantee allocation itself, it's only designed for the centralized DEXs or for centralized launchpads, because you can guarantee if you have a lottery mechanism. The lottery mechanism is some like manual mechanism inside each centralized launchpad. So you never know why you win this allocation or why you not win them. So it's all like a black box. When you're doing the launchpad fully decentralized on-chain with the smart contracts, then you can do this kind of guarantee allocation, or you can do a lottery, because that's just not doesn't make sense for the protocol itself. So there is no such mechanics on chain. You can do it only manually. So, and as the Spaceport is fully decentralized, so we need to be like transparent, and we don't provide any like priority of getting these tokens to anyone. This is just kind of priority. If you hold him, you just can participate faster, but it's not guarantee you anything. It's all first come, first serve. So that's just one possible design for the decentralized launchpads. So that's the answer. Okay, thank you for the question about the team. So now we around like 20 people. Most of all of them is developers, as you see. Not many people on the marketing. But we are working now closely with a few like big agencies who supporting the Uniswap and aave, and they will also drive our like a public relationship, our PR and media. So, but the team is only like a development team. We're focusing on the many products. As you remember, we still have a Plasma Pay, and it's also developing with a, I think maybe this end of this year or next year, we will provide more features like a bank account and banking cards on the Plasma Pay, and also bridge it with the Plasma.Finance. So our team is currently split between Plasma Pay, Plasma DLC, it's our blockchain, and Plasma.Finance. And it's not many people, just 20 people who's doing all this hard job for you. Okay. Do you have any more questions for me right now? We already 1 hour on the stream. Yeah, a lot of questions about the marketing. Like in general, I can tell you about the marketing in the DeFi because we already tested a lot of strategies. We spend a lot of money on the marketing, and now I much better understand how it works. So you see now on the market all these big protocols like Aave, Compound, Uniswap, 1inch, Earn Finance, all these big guys. They backed by a huge VCs like A16 Debt, Pantera Capital, and the rest of them. So the marketing mostly driven by backed VCs. So that's not maybe transparent for the people who use this protocol, but very clear for me because we get this experience already. So, and when you see that protocols spend a lot of money on the marketing, like usually like Uniswap, you know, they have like billion funds, the aave have a billion funds. So when they spend all this marketing, they feel with this money all the market. So there is no really like a possible way for the project much less bigger than them to really participate in the paid marketing. And the only way of marketing for like marketing strategy for the companies like we have for our protocol, it's word of mouth. So it's very important that the community help us with the marketing and spread the words about what we're doing, explain it to the friends and family, share our post on the Telegram and Twitter. The second strategy is just be more active with YouTuber, bloggers, and AMA sessions. But to be honest, they're like super expensive and not really effective right now. So we tried a few bloggers and get like almost like zero retention from that. So now we are more careful spending our budget. So that's why I propose for you, if you have some like marketing expertise, if you have a network, if you have a bloggers in your network and etc., some ideas, just share it with us in the Discord, and we will like discuss how much money we're gonna spend for that and what effect it can give us. But now mostly all of the users come to the platform from kind of referred by our friends and our community, and we are pretty good, like have a pretty good rates of growing of user base on the Plasma.Finance. So I don't see really like a problem with the marketing. It's just like takes time for the adoption of the protocol. Even like Uniswap, they started their protocols in 2019, and only at the end of 2020, people started really using it. So take it in account that we just need the time for the adoption and building a more like better UI, better product, better protocol than anyone on the market, and we will get to the target. What a perspective for the end of this year? Thank you for the question. So the perspective, what do you mean? In terms of development, we have a few big sales products that we're going to release at the end of September, October, and November. So we actually targeting to become a really one-stop shop in DeFi. So we should support all the functionality of DeFi on one platform. So you don't need anymore to go anywhere from the platform to invest, to participate in IDO, to lend and borrow, and etc. So we want to bring all these tools, all DeFi tools in one platform till the end of the year. And maybe if you vote for some interesting like creativity stuff, we also can, I think, do it for you. So a lot of will happen this year. Okay, waiting for the last few questions, and I think we can finalize our MA session and move to the Telegram chat. Yeah, Blondie Chain, our friend. Thank you, Blondie. Okay. Yeah, that one, good question. To raise fund from the crypto-based business firm. Yeah, we are pretty young protocol right now. Maybe you saw on the market and the news right now, a lot of like big protocols, like let's say 1inch, they trying to raise now another like $100 million with a capitalization of like almost $3 billion. So to raise capital from the big VCs, we still need to grow our community and adoption of the protocol and user base. But I think till the end of this year, we should meet this target. And then I hope we will be able to raise from the big VCs and put their names on our bakers on the website. So I hope everything, like all this positive stuff should happen this year. So another like 3 months of waiting and everything should be fine. And we will be backed by biggest VCs and will be the one-stop shop for DeFi and biggest protocol market. Let me read your more questions. Yeah, thank you. This is a good question about the PPAY. So as you see now, the circulation supply of PPAY is growing. But actually, it's only on the numbers. There is no like actual growth of this like a circulation supply of the coins. So that means that many of the allocation that we had on the PPAY contract, they will be locked like for 6 months, for 12, or 24 months with the vesting. And now they just unlocking on the contract, but they're not actually going to the circulation supply. And with our staking mechanism, with our cross-chain functionality, we also try to split the circulation supplies on the different chains. And actually, you don't need to worry about these numbers, because it's not like a real numbers of circulation and of like a trading volume, and no worries about like the inflation, because we don't let any tokens to go on the market without like a special needs for that. So we don't spend any coins. Our team is locked for 24 months. Our community coins is only like using now for the xPPAY rewards, just as an additional reward for the weekly stake rewards, and that's all. So that's a very, very small amount that still go into the market as a just joining the circulation supply. But most of the unlocked token, they still sitting on the smart contracts, and they not claimed to be like in real circulation. And almost like all the investors, I think they from our TG in the last year, they almost all, I think, like sell their tokens on with a very good profit. So now we see on the price chart that a lot of people joining the project during the last 3-4 months, and joining the project with a very good price. So I think there is no any like barrier for the token growth in the nearest future. As I said, we just need a good adoption for the protocol, and like the community help with the marketing and PR. Coinbase wallet is experienced people wrote how feature can be fixed. Yeah. So first of all, the Wallet Connect protocol, it's a protocol like external protocol, so we can really fix anything in this protocol directly from our side. So if you experience any problem with the Wallet Connect, first of all, you need to go in the Wallet Connect and ask them. But if you see that the problem exists, especially on the Plasma.Finance platform, just send this problem or a screenshot in our support chart, and we will fix it as soon as possible. So yeah, we're trying to have everything work on the platform, but even it's already so big with all this connection, with all these wallets. Yeah, it's still it's already hard to support. But yeah, if you have some problems, just ping us in the support. Question for the governance. I think this should be around like end of the year. As I said, to run the governance, we need to finalize all our protocols for the DeFi that is on our roadmap. We can run the governance without that. And also we need to grow a bit our token holders. So we have a much more like power from the different strategic investors who gonna vote in the protocol interest. I pass this question. Yeah, thank you for the question about the centralized exchanges. So they all come in. I mean, there is no problem about the centralized exchanges. I just afraid a bit about the control that they get on the coin. So let's say if you list any coin on the Binance control almost all the circulation. The Binance control the governance of this token. And as we're trying to build like a really decentralized future for the DeFi, it's really, we need to be like a bit far from the centralized exchange. We can control what we can do. So all these big exchanges is on our list right now. Is also another question is when they are list us. Some of the waiting list for like 3 months, some of the 6 and more. But almost like all the top 5 exchange will list the PPAY in the next year. So don't worry about that. That's just also takes time and growth for the project. I won't sleep. Yeah, I almost never sleep. The sun is always here. So I'm always working on the platform on development. Sorry for that. Yeah, I see almost like all the question about the same, like Hyperloop or gas station I already mentioned before, other centralized exchange listing already there. Maybe you have any more question about the spaceport, like CoinsPaid IDO, or because you're not asking about the current functionality that was already like spent around 6 months to build. You're always asking about like the far future. But I think I tried to tell you that that's very important that we focus on what we built and we all like use that. That make an adoption for the protocol and the further growth of everything. And also the listing, like when you go on the centralized exchange, they ask you about the activity, about the transactions. And if our community don't use the project and the protocol, then why they need to list us? So that's almost like all depend from our community and your like activities, to be honest, on many of your questions. What are the most difficult during development of Spaceport? Thank you, Rak, for the question. So the Spaceport is the first kind of, I think, decentralized IDO launchpad. So the Spaceport contracts is just like a combination. It's first of all, it's a big factory contract. You can read it on the Etherscan or any other scan. You can read all these contracts, they all verified. So you can see like this, like a 10 contracts that managing all the pieces of the Spaceport IDO. And as anyone can create this IDO, and they have like a very like different fields and options they can fill inside the contracts. So all this need to be managed on chain by all the smart contracts. So it's hard. It was hard to like build this architecture of the contracts, and then it also will be was hard to deploy all of them on chains, on different chains, because the Polygon and BSC, it's a bit different from the Ethereum. Still, it's kind of forks, but when you work with the contracts, when you work as a T app, then you meet some difficulties with all these chains. So now it's already everything there. So now it works perfectly, and I hope we will see how cool is that on the CPD launch on the 31st of August. Yeah, thank you for this question about the IDO on Spaceport. So now, as you see on the platform, we have two pages. One is called Innovation Hub, and another is Spaceport. So any project who wanna launch their IDO by itself, like handmade IDO, they will be launched them on the Innovation Hub. Like you can come, even you can just create now the token, come on the Spaceport and create your own IDO. There is no any like restrictions for that. But the Spaceport will support like only a very like selective IDO, only selective projects with big teams, good product, good vision that somehow like in fit to our philosophy of the development. And we will target something like some ideas kind of coin list. So we will took like 1 projects per month, and we will incubate them and help them with like all like the token design, the IDO design, and etc. And put all our efforts on the like launch of this project. So I expect another like 1 or 2 projects till the end of this year on the Spaceport, and maybe many of them on the Innovation Hub. But always do your own research. Just don't believe in what you see on the Innovation Hub, on the Spaceport. Everything, you need to check everything and research everything and be a smart investor in the IDO. Yeah, thank you for this question. So actually, there are a few DEX aggregators on the market, and one of the most popular is 1inch. So what the like actually what's different between HyperDEX and 1inch? So it's a very good question, because idea is the same. You just like aggregating the liquidity and roll them. But I think the different is how we realized how how we build both these protocols. And I can't like directly compare us with 1inch. You can compare the rates on the HyperDEX and 1inch. Sometimes the rates is better, sometimes the rates is worse. But we don't took now any fees on the HyperDEX. We will took in the future. And as I know, 1inch, they took this fees from the trades, from the positive slippage. And they also have this kind of private pools. So actually, we don't know what's happened in the 1inch protocol and how they're doing that. But if you compare it with the rates that you get on the HyperDEX, then sometimes it can be better, and you can use just HyperDEX for that. But the difference is very, very small. So that's just a bit different architecture of the protocol itself, but the idea is the same. We just try, as I said, in the Plasma.Finance, just to build like all in one place, all these protocols in one place. So that's why we just took these different like interesting ideas from the market and put it all together in one UI for the user. Is HyperDEX continuing to be tweak approved? Those people bringing the best rates. Yeah. So the HyperDEX next update will be about the limit orders. So now HyperDEX is just a market orders. So next big update, we will add very soon the limit orders. So they will be all available across all the blockchains. So limit orders on the Ethereum, Polygon, and BSC. So that's a big improvements of HyperDEX in very closest future. And then, yeah, we will improve every protocol we build in. It's just like take times and focus on that. Hyperloop. Yeah, so the Hyperloop is kind of a bridge of the bridges. So Hyperloop connect the HyperDEX between different blockchains and building the bridge on top of bridges. So that's what will be a Hyperloop. And the Hyperloop is actually should be at the end of the development roadmap, because the Hyperloop is kind of just like connecting the dots in different blockchains. And I think if we will have another like 2 or 3 blockchains till the end of the year, then the Hyperloop itself will be a big release, because the Hyperloop just will connect all of that in one place as a bridge. So don't be so fast about the Hyperloop. I think it should be at the end of the roadmap of this year. Yeah, thank you for all these ideas about the supporting of different blockchains. I just want you to be more like sitting on our chair, because when you integrate in the new blockchain, you need to understand how big is it, what the user experience around this blockchain, what type of wallets they support, how big the community and the user base and volume, all that. Because you can just spend another like 1-2 months on the integrating the blockchain that will be like useful on our platform. So do some like research, collect all these numbers, and give us your like kind of proposal, like where you see we should go with the next blockchain supporting. Thank you for the Plasma game question. Yeah, we have some games on our blockchain right now, so on the Plasma DLC, but it's kind of stealth, all this stealth product right now, because with our team, we focus on the building the Plasma.Finance and finalize it this year. So after that, we will connect it with the Plasma DLC, and we will release this blockchain with all new features, and it will be a DeFi and game blockchain. So that just will come next year, I think. Okay, guys, I think we are good here, already 1.5 hours. So let's continue our discussion in the Telegram group. Thank you all for coming today on our MA session. I'm really glad to see you here and appreciate your support of our platform. just subscribe on this channel, like this video, and let's chat in our Telegram. And next release, after I think another 2 weeks, we will have another AMA session with a presentation of new protocols and stealth products. So thank you one more time, and see you soon. Bye-bye.